What's going on, Firebirds? Welcome back to another night of some excellent Overwatch. We have, for the first time ever, we have Firebirds versus Hood College. I think I'm excited.
I'm excited for the match because this is, I believe we're in activation week 2 for the NECC. The last time I got to cast an Overwatch match, that was a scrim, but now we got a real deal match coming up here as
Definitely.
the preseason for the NECC.
As always, we're your hosts. I'm the Bearded Man.
I'm Tanner. And the Firebirds will be taking on Hood College Blaze first, and then I think later tonight we have
another college.
Which we'll double check the name on in a second here.
I believe it's Morningstar, but
yes,
I don't
no, that is
it is Morningstar. It is
yes,
Morningstar. Apologies from any Morningstar viewers. It's a really cool name, but for some
I'm
reason
excited.
I thought it was something else.
Lots of Overwatch to go. I believe the format is we'll just be playing 3 straight maps as it is preseason.
Correct.
So we'll get 3 maps with Hood College and then 3 maps with Morningstar.
Same 3 maps too. So tonight we have it is Oasis, Numbani, and Rialto. First map, of course, is going to be Oasis on Control, which is an excellent game mode, a King of the Hill style game mode, both teams attacking, followed up by Rialto and Numbani, which are both, Numbani is a hybrid, but Rialto is just straight escort, which is, we do pretty well on those maps. So I'm really excited for that. Loading into our first round on Oasis, we have Carthage's lineup.
And it's been taken away from us.
It has been taken away from us.
Hey, we're starting the trend again. The moment we say something, something else has got to happen.
Welcome to esports shoutcasting. You're always on your toes.
Always a good time.
So, what are you looking forward to tonight?
Frankly, I'm looking forward to the control maps. They're always my favorite to see played. Now, the hybrid I think is my second favorite. So, luckily, we're getting a nice taste of all of them.
Definitely.
My least favorite is 2CP, which we don't have to see tonight. So I'm pretty excited for that.
We don't ever have to worry about 2CP anymore, which is so nice.
Oh, has it been removed from the competitive?
It has been completely removed from competitive. In fact,
Thank
for
goodness.
a short period, they completely removed it from competitive in Overwatch. Wow. So right off the bat, we have Carthage going Cassidy, Brigitte, Hanzo, Zarya, Baptiste, and Sigma.
And on the Blaze, we have a Zarya, Pharah, Reinhardt, May, Lucio, and Mercy.
Looks like Hood College right away on the point, taking control pretty fast, but the point hasn't opened up yet.
Yeah, another 10 seconds for the Firebirds to push in and take the point.
Carthage taking the high ground right off the bat, whereas Hood College playing more on the ground. Now Carthage definitely stuck in that doorway. Will that work out? Now, Carthage with the early pick on the Mercy, and then potentially getting the Lucio, but not quite. Now, Litter Synergy with
and they
great
do
flash.
end up getting the Lucio.
They end up getting the Lucio, so Carthage is up, but unfortunately, Carthage down, actually. Now that I say that, I did not realize that that Hood College got so many picks.
We had to come up with a rule. That's it.
So it looks like Carthage kind of regrouping. Hood College up to 25% already on the point. Definitely going to get a lot of percentage right off the bat after winning that initial fight. But Carthage regrouping, kind of already comfortable and knowing what Hood College is pulling out. So I have a feeling Carthage definitely is going to adapt accordingly.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, now that they understand the team composition, they have a better way to go on with a better plan. And I think they're going to execute right here.
Donut just laying into people as Soldier. But the Hood College Pharah getting an ult, picking off Carthage's tank and DPS, which is not going to be too good for them because that means most of their initial damage not really going. But Donut with the pick on the Hood College Mercy, that could be decent. I mean, it's definitely going to cause Hood College to kind of stagger a little bit. That being said, Hood College still on point. So
yes,
it wasn't.
They're inching closer and closer to 100. They're now at about 75%.
Definitely. Their Hood College Skyfire as May getting those May walls, kind of slowing them down. But Carthage is coming in. But Hood College with the Shatter, definitely knocking down a bunch of Carthage
for the Blaze.
Is not looking good for Carthage once again, unfortunately. But they could pull it off. I think Carthage has a bunch of they have a Soldier Visor right now, and as I said, Donut is activating that.
Goes with it.
But
this
Hood
is
College
probably the final push for Carthage, and they
avoiding.
aren't quite able to get there before the objective is secured by the Hood College Blaze.
That was an interesting match. Hood College really aggressive initially when it comes to moving on to point, and once they got to point, definitely held their ground really well.
Yeah, I agree. I liked Carthage taking the high ground when they realized they didn't have immediate pressure on the point.
It was.
I think that the thing that kind of fell there is they just could not get the Cassidy could not line up on the Pharah.
Definitely, and having the entire team in that little enclosed space in that staircase is not ideal because Hood College is just going to unload all of their attacks into that corridor, and it's going to hit something.
Absolutely.
And
we see a change up in composition for the Firebirds. Now we have Cassidy, Moira, Ashe, Orisa, Baptiste, and Sigma going in.
Now, double shield comp for Carthage, which is pretty nice. I know Crazy Mage really good with that Sigma, and Psychopred's decent with that Orisa. So this might actually be a good call for them. But once again, Skyfire on Hood College as May, getting those May walls, definitely isolating Carthage early on and slowing down their initial push. Carthage moving to the side, trying to get those that extra damage onto Hood College somewhere, but the Hood College's May once again
Lots
just freezing
bending.
people.
And it seems that Hood College will get the picks on the support and DPS for the Firebirds.
Unfortunately.
And push them back.
Psychopred's frozen and picked off by Hood College.
That was a
crazy
great May wall.
That was a
Hood
great
College.
Now
it left them nowhere to go, and Reinhardt just cleaned it on up.
Exactly. Now May is just such an excellent pick. In competitive Overwatch, those May walls are key to isolating a lot of the teams, splitting them up, creating space, and ultimately, causing just pure chaos. And it's not a good thing to be behind.
Now Donut is trying to get the pick off on the Pharah, but just isn't quite able to land enough shots because that Mercy is pocketing.
Hood College with 3 ults, using the May Blizzard and the May Wall, just freezing everybody. But Hood College Parsival going around with the barrage, only getting NECC as Baptiste.
We're left with a 3v4 right now. Now it's down to a little less in Carthage favor.
Definitely. Carthage, unfortunately, being down to 2.
Another May wall to block off the exit route, and it will work out again for Hood College.
Skyfire, just excellent right clicks on as May, almost killing Orisa there. But it looks like Lunar Synergy using his High Noon, but with very little line of sight on any of Hood College.
I think, frankly, it was probably more used just to create space again. I think it was...
Good call. I think
which I think it has done, as they've been able to now push a little closer to point, but it is approaching 100 for the Hood College Blaze right now.
Definitely. Psychopreds with the bongo, as they call it, to boost a lot of their damage, but it's not enough. The Hood College gets those early picks on the... Someone's on the point! Carthage has a player on point! Kind of almost getting it to halfway to change it. But Hood College winning round 2 on Oasis. Unfortunate. Those May walls are killer. I think those Hood College, Skyfire doing excellent positioning with those May walls. Definitely closing off some of Carthage from the rest of their team, and ultimately the rest of Hood College following up.
But here we are with the Firebird having the play of the game.
Good to hear. Psychopreds, I said, Psychopreds really good as Orisa. Getting that barrage, definitely saving Carthage a little bit in that fight, but it wasn't enough. NECC doing 7,300 healing, 33% of Carthage's team damage taken. Percival as Pharah doing 42% of the team's damage with 9240. Excellent play. That Pharah was definitely getting a lot of damage done on Carthage, and definitely...
I believe we're moving on to a hybrid map now, correct?
It's either... So we are moving on to Numbani or Rialto. I'm not quite sure in our order.
Well, regardless, either way, it should, luckily, because of how they're mapped out, it should be a little harder for May to get that much value out of the walls, I would think.
Definitely.
Attack.
I'm getting word that we are next map is Numbani, and then followed by Rialto. Now, Numbani is a hybrid map, and Carthage is really good with escorts, I've noticed. In their practice, they definitely, and in their previous scrims, they definitely are able to do a lot more on escort and hybrid maps. And this is definitely going to be a very interesting game to watch.
For sure.
Seeing how they position, seeing what comps they run. Because Carthage is really good with the standard brawl comp, but if Hood College can get a really good dive comp going with like a Winston, a ball or something, that could be, Carthage could be really good and easily take care of that. But if Hood College is very coordinated and targets the right people, that's going to definitely hurt Carthage in the long run.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I think moving forward, though, we also need to take into account, if they're playing May and Pharah again, we got to focus them. I think that's the key for Carthage. If they've got to be able to take care of May before they can create too much space between players. And then you've also got to make sure Pharah is out of the sky. Definitely.
Now, Lunar Synergy and Donut both are really good at hit scan, I've noticed. Lunar Synergy favoring McCree, playing a lot of McCree, I've noticed. But will Lunar Synergy know to focus the Pharah? That's the real question.
Yes.
And the moment that Lunar Synergy, if Lunar Synergy can get the pick on the Hood College Pharah, it's just so much pressure relieved from the front line, especially the healers, because then the healers can play a little bit more aggressively 100%. And don't have to worry about that attack from above. But it looks like we have Carthage attacking first on Numbani. Hood College probably. I'm curious what they're gonna pick.
I am too. Because I'm thinking personally with me, not being, you know, the most intelligent in terms of Overwatch, I'd pick the same composition. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's my opinion.
Very true. But you got to remember, too, you know, a hybrid map is kind of different from Control Point because you have more angles to attack from. But definitely, as I say that, definitely, Hood College is definitely pulling out a different one. We have a Sigma, a Soldier 76, a Reinhardt, a Junkrat, a Zenyatta, and a Moira. So that Zenyatta, the extra damage in addition to healing, it's a little bit less healing, even with that Moira. Less healing, but they added extra DPS, which could be really good. It could be really bad.
It all depends on effect, you know.
Exactly.
Now, for the Firebirds, we do have Cassidy, Mercy. Donut has not yet chosen. They had a pick a second ago. Seems like they'll be playing Soldier 76. We have Roadhog, an interesting pick. Baptiste and Sigma.
Now, Psychopreds, phenomenal as Roadhog. Coming from someone who has played a lot of Roadhog, Psychopreds, deadly when it comes to Roadhog. But will that be enough of a change to get the upper hand on Hood College? We won't know until a little bit. But it looks like Carthage going the high ground. Hood College getting that fire strike, hitting a bunch. Donut getting trapped in a Junkrat trap. Now they know there's a Junkrat, and they're probably going to reposition.
Firebirds are repositioning right now.
Exactly. Junkrat is deadly in that corridor on the high ground. And it's going to be curious. Now they're going underneath again, but the Junkrat, it's a lot of ult charge, but the Junkrat is just going to lay grenades into that area underneath, and a lot of damage is going to be done to Carthage.
There's a solid absorb though by Sigma.
Excellent absorb, yeah. But it looks like Hood College already almost at Shatter. They're at 96% on that Shatter because of those excellent fire strikes. Yeah. So that could definitely disrupt Carthage.
Oh, and it seems like Hood College is having a repositioning by the Junkrat in order to deal with the Firebirds coming through main now.
Now Hood College definitely, there's that Shatter. There is that Shatter.
Chekhov's gun.
Now, Carthage was doing great in terms of keeping people, but that ult definitely disrupted that.
It disrupted it. It's gonna... Almost a team wipe there.
Yeah.
There it is.
Unfortunately. Now, Hood College, there weren't... I didn't see any picks on either team until that Shatter.
Until the Shatter.
Which was...
Going forward, I think the Firebirds are going to have to recognize that and realize they can't funnel quite through all the small areas like that, knowing that they're feeding right into all charge.
Definitely, especially with a Junkrat. That Junkrat is...
a lot of AoE damage.
A lot of areas, yeah, exactly. Especially that Moira. That Moira almost at Coalescence at 98%. Sigma, Hood College Sigma, having his Graviton Flux, that's the name of it, could cause a lot of disruption, but will it be enough? They're Reinhardt pushing in, kind of out of position. Hood College using their Coalescence, but it wasn't enough. Donut with a pick on the visor for the enemy DPS.
Doing everything they can to stay alive there, but it just isn't quite enough.
Not enough for Carthage, fortunately.
As a Firebirds push uses up a lot of ults, and it's all for naught so far.
Now Carthage, they have a Mercy Valkyrie and a Sigma Graviton Flux. And Graviton Flux, really nice because what happens is he will fly up into the air, lift everybody, and then drop them down, doing 50% damage to every single person caught in it, which could be really good for the rest of the team to follow up on. But if Hood College has Transcendence and could easily follow that up and just completely negate
Hood College,
that.
And now we see a Riptire on the map.
This could be really good for them. It looks like they're gonna destroy it.
Wow, very clutch by the
NECC using the Immortality Field just in the nick of time. NECC is deadly with that. Looks like Crazy Mage using the Graviton,
trying to get the Ryan.
Barely getting the Ryan, just not even getting the Ryan. So close, but Ryan is immediately healed to full health.
Now we have Mercy also ulting as well as Roadhog.
Carthage getting 3 picks. Looks like Psychopreds missing the hook, but getting 2 picks in the process. Hood College down both of their tanks, and Carthage is mopping up the rest of Hood College to hopefully grab point.
Hopefully grab all point, but at least we've got 2 ticks so far.
We got 2 ticks.
And it does seem like Hood College is going to fall back and allow this point to be taken. They will work for stopping the payload.
Definitely. Now, Carthage had to they had to decide whether or not to go all on to point or have a few people push up. If they were all on to point, they would have captured that point a lot faster, saving them several seconds at least. But they stuck to 2 to 3 for that entire time. But it looks like Carthage is definitely able to push the card a little bit to this next corner. NECC's front and center as Baptiste, getting a lot of damage done to that Rhine shield initially. Them getting the early pick on the Rhine, which is definitely not good for Hood College. Crazy Mage running in.
And now a Baptiste ult coming in, combined with a High Noon.
He cancels the High Noon to survive from that Ash grenade, or TNT, I should say, dynamite. And definitely doing some interesting things. Now Hood College having 5 ults
they can,
in the process, whereas Carthage only has 1.
And there's the Transcendence.
There's the Transcendence, which is going to kind of heal all of Hood College. Doing it doesn't make them invincible, but it does so much healing that they're pretty much invincible.
Pretty darn close.
Exactly. But honestly, they're doing Hood College doing a lot of healing with a Moira and Zenyatta. Now Moira has excellent group healing, but not so much compared to other healers like a Mercy, who is more of a main healer.
Oh, now we see another ult by Roadhog.
Another ult.
Firebirds
trying to do it, but not enough. Hood College getting the pick on that Psychopreds ult. Now Carthage has to wait for Psychopreds to respawn, which will be a little bit of time. But once again, Hood College with 5 ults. They've only used Transcendence.
Yeah, wow. That's truly a threatening thing.
That is good ult management on Hood College. But Lunar Synergy trying to get a few shots. Looks like Lunar Synergy and Donut trying to flank around. Why am I whispering? But there you go. Donut using his visor.
Oh, but immediately having to retreat.
There you go. Picked off by the other soldier. But Carthage using Graviton Surge once again. Bear almost getting the Rhine, but once again, just so much healing done.
Pushing everyone off the point.
Definitely.
And we're pretty close to a team
Hood College.
Here.
Hood College. Wow. Doing just so much damage after those ults, and still having 2 ults to their name.
Wow.
Hood College still having that. Rhine hasn't used Shatter. I wonder if Carthage knows that.
All right, we're seeing another High Noon Baptiste combo.
Getting the Zenyatta, but will that be enough? Psychopreds just a little bit early on that hook. Definitely waiting a few seconds.
Oh, and there's the Rhine Shatter we've heard so much about.
And now Hood College, will they survive it? Carthage actually surviving it. Getting a pick on the enemy Ash, which is really good. NECC's still front and center as Baptiste, doing a lot of healing right now, and making sure that the rest of Carthage is able to survive on point. Carthage pushing back Hood College, bopping them up. Carthage is finally able to push them. Now that might be enough for them to get to point and getting an extra 2 minutes 30.
Oh, but soldiers up top going. Oh,
that is Carthage.
I see that now.
That is Carthage's. Now Carthage securing
the extra minute and a half.
Extra minute and a half. Carthage having 2 ults,
but Transcendence is the ult.
Transcendence,
for the Blaze.
If Carthage can properly bait out that Transcendence, it'll be a very good move for them, because then they don't have to worry about
and now Bob ult is available.
They have Bob, they have Transcendence and Coalescence.
Wow, back and now up to 4 ults for the Blaze.
Yep. Carthage using.
Oh, a good pick on the Sigma.
Good pick on the Sigma and the Rhine. Carthage has gotten 3 picks.
Getting
the Bob, the Rhine, and the Sigma. And Hood College still hasn't used Transcendence. I think they're saving it for their last moment. I think that they're going to save it for the last second push.
So then this is it. This is going to be the one.
Is it. Definitely. Carthage getting 3. NECC's using that.
A switch to Reaper by the...
Gonna get it! Gets the pick on the Rhine and the Sigma! Will it be fast? Will it be just enough to get the extra point? They're 0.47 meters away from point, but it looks like Hood College is backing them up. They have 25 seconds left to push it just a few meters.
Wow,
Psychopreds with the pick on the Reaper.
Psychopreds
and
to lock it up for the Carthage Firebirds.
Able to get that last point. That was a really good push at the very end for them. Donut with those visors was really good.
Absolutely.
It didn't even matter if he was getting kills, but he was doing damage and causing Hood College to back up and reposition.
Now, one thing that I think Hood College needs to look out for is NECC. NECC was playing quite well.
Definitely. NECC says a Baptiste.
There was a good cycle of heals and DPS going in there. I liked the aggressive approach. It was really pushing them back. It didn't seem like Hood College knew quite what to do with that.
Definitely. Now, NECC, with those immortality fields as well, saving Carthage's butt several times in that fight, especially from that Junkrat tire right off the bat. And like you said, they added DPS and those amplification matrices.
Matrices?
I believe
that's it.
Definitely helping the rest of Carthage doing a lot more damage. But now Hood College is going on attack, whereas Carthage is going to be defense. Now Carthage is running the same comp as last round. Lunar Synergy as Cassidy, Hubbub as Mercy, Donut as Soldier 76 once again, Psychopreds with the Roadhog. Once again, Roadhog absolutely deadly with Psychopreds. Nancakes, of course, Baptiste, of course, and Crazy Mage as Sigma.
Now for the Blaze, we're seeing a return of Percival playing Pharah. They weren't quite able to deal with that on the control map. I think they're going to try and run that strategy back, and hopefully it works out better for them this time. But adding Reaper, I think that's an interesting
and a
pick.
Diva.
Yes, Diva as well. Other than that, we are keeping Lucio as well as Mercy and Ryan.
Now Lucio adding a lot of speed. Hood College is already on point, about to get a pick on that Mercy, but the Mercy flies out just in time.
Immortality Field coming in clutch, and they're able to pick off the Reinhardt.
This might be really good for Hood, but it's even better for Carthage. Carthage getting those early picks. It looks like it's gonna force Hood College to back up or get it. Yes. They might get a team wipe.
This time Firebirds knew exactly how to deal with Percival as Pharah. As Soldier 76 was able to pick them off pretty instantaneously as they reached the point.
Hood College switching off of that Pharah right away. Good call, because Lunar Synergy and Donut both hit scans.
Yeah.
Direct counters. Hit scan being instantaneous bullets, in a sense. Basically shooting someone and immediately hitting them. So, definitely a good counter against that Pharah. But looks like Hood College is going up top into the doorway, which didn't work out for Carthage, but that Genji with the deflect is definitely causing a lot of damage. Wow. Carthage getting
3
easy
kills.
Half of their team. 1 tank, 1 DPS, 1 healer. But that's gonna cause Hood.
That's gonna take some time.
That's gonna slow them down quite a bit. 2 minutes 20. Enough time for several really good pushes on Hood College. But this could be really good. Did I just see that Hood College's Reaper's in the backline?
Did you? I might have missed that.
Hood College's Reaper is spawn camping. Wow. Carthage. Hood College is in the backline trying to make sure that anybody not...
Yeah, wow,
right there.
That. Wow.
Now that might just be... It looks more like just unfortunate
Soldier
positioning.
Sees them now.
Soldier sees them. Probably make that call out to rest of Carthage. It looks like that Reaper was just out of position.
Oh,
not spawn camping, just out of position. But now that Donut got that kill on that Reaper, Hood doesn't have all the damage left, except
now
that Lucio boost.
Wow.
But will Carthage be able to use? Will Carthage be able to force them to use that Lucio boost? Not quite. Lucio not healing. Lucio just constantly focusing on that speed ability. Which, for those at home who don't know, Lucio, a great team healer. He has two music selections. One music selection will heal the players around them, heal allies around them, and the other one's speeding them up, which can be used in a lot of really good situations. But it looks like the Genji using the Genji blade's definitely going to be bad. But McCree getting the stun, can it be enough? Wow, that was a really good call on Lunar Synergy. That flash grenade, that stun grenade.
Wow, and a nice Reaper ult now by Skyfire for the
getting pancakes, getting
should get by enough time,
just enough to get the point. Now 3 minutes to push it, a decent ways. I think Carthage could definitely. That Genji blade definitely messed up Carthage. And Genji blade being a very, very good ult to turn the shift the flow of the game. So
I believe the Firebirds are taking a very defensive approach on this one. They are
definitely
holding it almost at the next point that the Blaze has to get to.
That's an interesting call. It's good because that means Hood College has to go to them, but it means that Hood College is going to get a lot of that movement right off the bat for free, basically, which could be a good call. But Carthage getting Diva out of mech and Donut with the soldier visor, forcing the beat drop, but Hood College still getting a decent amount of picks. killing half of Carthage. This is scary. But Psychopreds getting the hook on Lucio, but not fast enough. Lucio is able to boost that Psychopreds away and save his life, basically. But Carthage is about to get definitely splitting them up. But Hood College gets a point. That extra minute 30. 3 minutes 20 seconds to push the cart all the way to the other side. Now this could still go into overtime, which it very well could. Hood College being very aggressive, especially. Only one person on cart still for Hood College. Now that means the cart's moving, but it's very slow. It is the fastest way. It is the fastest movement speed, or slowest movement speed. I lied.
Right.
Sorry.
Because more people on cart will move it faster.
Now Carthage getting a lot of these picks, but the picks were near their spawn. They still got a lot of distance in that. They got quite a bit of meter, quite a bit of feet.
With 2 minutes and 40 seconds left, that's going to give a lot of time for good pushes by the Hood College Blaze.
Now Carthage almost at all ults, almost at 6 ults. It'll be interesting in which order they use it and what they pair it with.
Especially because of all the time they have to spread it out over.
Exactly.
They have to make every one of those ults count. Frankly, I think it was not the right move to allow them to get this much space.
Definitely. Now, Baptiste NECC's using the amplification matrix, but Hood College using a bunch of these ults, knocking Carthage around. Percival with the Genji Blade getting Donut and our Mercy Hubbub. That's not looking good for Carthage now because those ults. Wow. That single Genji Blade, like I said, Genji Blade can mean the difference in a game, unfortunately. But it looks like we are going into a round 3 because both teams were able to capture point and push it all the way to the end of the map. Mm-hmm. Now, Hood College, an extra minute 30 to attack. But Carthage has to set the tone. So Carthage has a single minute, 60 seconds to go as far as they can. And if they get a single tick on point, so assuming Carthage doesn't get a single tick on point,
right?
Hood College will then attack, and if Hood College gets that tick, they win.
Yes.
Which is unfortunate. However,
but
if Carthage
we're biased here, we don't have to worry about that. Firebirds are out to push the entire way on over.
Firebirds really good on attacking fast.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this.
Yeah,
I think it's a great setup. Frankly, our Firebirds, they're used to playing from behind now.
Definitely.
I'm excited to see what they do. You know, it's a mindset they're ready for, and I think they're going to handle it well. And I'm excited in 15 seconds when we get to see this going off. It seems like the Firebirds will have Lunar Synergy on Cassidy. Hubbub going on Lucio. Donut on Soldier. Psychopreds on Roadhog. NECC on Baptiste with Crazy Mage. Rounding it out as Sigma.
Now, Hubbub switching to Lucio is going to add more grouped healing and that extra speed, but the direct healing is going to be a little bit less, whereas Hood College has a Mercy and a Baptiste, so a lot of direct healing. A lot of healing that could soak up a lot of that, or undo a lot of that damage that Hood College gets. Now, Carthage going underneath, trying to get some of these kills. Psychopreds being booped in the air. Now, Crazy Mage falling off the map.
Wow.
Falling off the map. That is not good. Psychopreds getting the pick on the Rhine. But Hood College is able to get a pick on the NECC, Baptiste, and Psychopreds Roadhog. Carthage is going to have to regroup.
One more push.
They have to time this push really well because already they're at 15 seconds. They need to be pushing like right now to get to point. Now Donut on the side, adding an extra bit of damage, just kind of doing a little bit. Hubbub behind Hood College. Hubbub's right next to the point.
Ready to jump
Could
on
get these
point
extra
at the very last
packs.
second. And they're able to.
This is looking good.
This is gonna be the moment.
With the immortality field, really well timed. Hubbub just picking off, doing
lots of poke damage.
A lot of poke damage. That's the term. Looking really good. Could be anyone's. They're in overtime. As long as Carthage has somebody on point, we are going to remain in overtime for this round.
It does not seem like they'll be able to keep him on.
Hood College able to get the necessary picks. Now, Carthage could still win this. What needs to happen is Hood College needs to not get a single pick or single tick on point, which is an achievement in itself. Could they do it? Now they have 2 minutes 30 seconds to get one single tick on point. Carthage is really good at defense. We held them really well last round.
Yes, it's doable.
It's very doable.
I'll keep it honest. It's a long doable.
It's scary,
but it's a doable.
It's very doable. I've seen it happen so many times. Carthage just needs to be very clever.
I've been enraged by this enough times in my own matches. I'm ready to see the Firebirds do it to the hood. College boys.
It is not over until you see that victory or defeat screen. I have lost games in the last second in overtime.
Haven't we all?
Because I've had teams who just thought they won. So Carthage, I don't think that's going to happen. I think Carthage pulling out a double shield in this situation, whereas Hood College going full dive. Hood College going Mercy, Lucio, Reaper, Winston, Farah, and Diva going full dive, and Carthage going double shield with a Torbjorn. Donut going Torbjorn instead of Soldier. Now, Donut really good as Soldier, but that extra turret is going to add, almost act like another player.
Right.
And against the Hood College Farah is going to be really good. Donut is really good at Torbjorn, in my opinion. So I think this might be good for Carthage, but we'll see. So Hood College going far left, Carthage being stationed up top once again, but Hood College going beneath.
That's a good pick right there on the Reaper.
Nancake's quick pick on the Reaper. Definitely going to upset Hood College a little bit. Now Winston dropping in, creating that space on Carthage, but Carthage is able to fend for themselves and force the Winston to reevaluate. Not getting any easy picks. Now Carthage getting the pick on the Lucio and the Winston.
That's going to push Hood College back.
That's going to push Hood College back quite a bit. But somebody's on point for Hood College. Where are they going to get it? It's a Reaper. Reaper's hiding. They know it. Reaper's using Wraith Form, trying to stall out the time. But it's not enough. Carthage is able to get that pick. Now that wasn't really good for Hood College because now they're going to have to wait for that Reaper to respawn and then reposition. Right. But Hood College, minute 30 left.
Down, but a minute down.
A minute down. Really good for Carthage, but they need to hold it. Now, Hood College having the Farah ult, which could be deadly. We've seen from the last round. Percival, really good with those Farah ults, getting right behind them and just unleashing. Now,
Nancakes, we also saw Nancakes.
Nancakes with the Immortality Field, definitely going to do a lot of damage.
And now, stun the
Lunar Synergy getting the Farah
immediately handled her.
Hood College is so close to getting one tick on point because Carthage was not playing on point, they were playing above. Could that be really good?
And there's the Farah ult, and it gets the Cassidy as well as the Immortality Field.
Hood College, 60 seconds, but Hood College is getting those picks on Carthage. Will it be enough? Reaper going in the back line. Hood College is just holding it. They're so close to getting that one pick. It is a 2v2 on point, 2v3, 4v2, 4v2 on point. Hood College in favor. This is a close game. This is a really close game.
Getting a nice pick on the map.
Absolutely destroying his Baptiste. But will that be enough? Now, one person for Carthage on point, 30 seconds left. This could be really good.
One person.
The Mercy not able to secure it. Oh, jeez, so close. Oh, that was a nail biter. That was a nail biter right there. Oh,
great show of defense by the Firebirds, just not quite able.
Donut with a play of the game. Carthage having both play of the game so far, but unfortunately, not enough to get it. But that was so close. That was such a close game, and that really showed how powerful Carthage is on these hybrid maps. Definitely their strong suit.
I would say so.
Now let's see. Nancakes 21,816 healing done. 32% of Carthage's damage taken. Really good. Nancakes is such an amazing Baptiste.
Yeah, it was truly a show.
Oh my gosh.
I love seeing when supports get a little aggressive. You gotta find the perfect mix.
Nancakes has that perfect mix of I'm gonna heal you, but I'm also going to do so much damage
in there and get a bunch of kills.
Exactly. I will do that DPS.
It was fun to see.
Oh, it's the way Nancakes and the timing on those immortality fields has saved Carthage so many times. You can create a compilation. We're only in week 2 of activation, and you can create a compilation of just ult denials using that immortality field. 100%. Nancakes is deadly as Baptiste, and definitely something that schools in the future should definitely fear. I fear myself. If I'm up against a Nancakes Baptiste, I'm gonna treat it as if it's another Soldier 76. Nancakes just constantly outputting damage, destroying shields, and denying all these ults from Hood College. It is really scary. But Hood College able to pull off that last round. At 30 seconds, Carthage held 2 minutes against Hood College.
Yes.
That was really good for Carthage.
The Hood College Blaze now up 2-0. We're going to play one more map here. It's going to be Rialto, which is a complete transport map. Escort map. Transport.
Same thing.
Synonymous.
Same thing. So for those at home who are new to Overwatch, Escort, very similar to Hybrid, but instead of them having to control an area initially, they just start pushing the payload right away at the beginning of the match. Each team going to swap off from defense to offense and vice versa.
So basically the second half of Numbani.
Yeah, but Carthage does really good with that stuff. Carthage is really good at Escort. The defensive point is where we kind of struggle a little bit. Now, last round showed we can definitely hold our own with that stuff, but we are really good with Escort. So I'm very confident in this round. Hood College knows Carthage, knows their playstyle. Carthage knows Hood College's playstyle at this point. So ultimately, it's still really hard to say who's going to win. These teams are really evenly matched, I think.
Yeah, you could say that Firebirds are going to win. I'm calling it right here. You heard it here first.
I would like to say that. I'm confident in Firebirds.
You're walking away with one. I
want us to walk away with one. I would love to.
I'm telling you right now.
I think we can. I'm not saying we won't. I'm confident. I would put money on it if I was a gambling man, but I'm not. So I'm not a Kenny Rogers.
I'm not.
I am not a Kenny Rogers song. So
all right. So now for the Blaze playing defense, we have a Mercy, a Lucio, a Pharah, a Reinhardt, a Hanzo, which we have not seen yet in the game, and Zarya.
Now, Skyfire going Pharah instead of Percival on Hood College. That'll be interesting. Skyfire, I haven't seen Pharah yet out of Skyfire.
We have not, no.
Now, Percival is deadly as Pharah, but whether or not Percival is even more deadly as Hanzo, we'll find out together. We will find out with you, Carthage, and viewers at home. So,
and here we go. The Firebirds starting their attack with Soldier 76, Moira, Hanzo as well, Reinhardt, Ana, and Zarya.
NECC's not going Baptiste despite it working. How about getting booped
display
by the Pharah? We are down a healer right away. That is not good, unfortunately. But Carthage is able to get 2 picks on Hood College, backing him up very slightly. Psychopreds pushing Hood back as Reinhardt. Really, really good. Thank you so much, Shaddy419. Just seeing chat. Distracted me from the game. How dare you?
Yeah, we got to see a lot of good picks actually by Hood Hood College so far.
Carthage is doing really well on this initial push. Percival getting 3 picks in a row though on the wow. Percival's deadly as Hanzo. I knew
Skyfire not bad as far as they're able to pick off Donut.
And Skyfire is definitely dodging a lot of that damage. The maneuverability in the air is very impressive, I will say that. But Ana is able to get those hit scan picks on the Pharah. So I would not be surprised if Skyfire changed a little bit. After, of course, using their ult, I believe would be the best call. I'd say that. But Hanzo, Hood College Hanzo, no. Carthage is using that. No, it is Hood College. I'm sorry. Carthage is attacking.
There's
using
the ult by Hanzo.
Skyfire using the ult, getting the NECCs in the background with the barrage ult. That's going to cause Carthage to have to kind of reassess because their main healer is out of commission. They have Moira, which is great. Moira's a great healer, but just not enough direct damage. Now Crazy Mage is full charge as Zarya, which is going to cause a lot of damage. NECC is back as Baptiste, which is a great sight to see. As we
see that the Hood College Blaze have their Rhine ult.
Definitely.
They've been very effective with it so far. They seem to know exactly when to play it and when to combo with their teammates.
Hood College is almost at beat drop, has the Shatter and the Graviton Surge. Not the Graviton Surge. No, it is the Graviton Surge. Graviton Surge being able to pull anybody in the vicinity into a single area, which could be very good. That is once again another game-changing ultimate to see on the battlefield. But Carthage,
Firebirds, frankly, having to do something a little bit soon.
Now, Percival getting the pick on NECC says Baptiste. I think they're scared of NECC. In all honesty,
I would be too.
I would be too. Yeah, it's definitely a good pick on Hood College. And I have a feeling that Percival, as Hanzo's like, you know what, I need to get rid of NANCCs because without NANCCs, Carthage is down some really good
college though, with every ult they can have. Dropping 3 or 4 of them.
Bunch of ults right here. Ult dumping. Wow. They used a bunch of ults there. Let's see, that's 3 ults in a row. But Carthage getting a shatter and Hood College with the counter barrage and shatter. They trading ults there. Of course, Hood College only having that Mercy ult, whereas Carthage having 2 ults, using their Graviton, getting a lot of pressure, almost killing the Reinhardt for Hood College, but they're able to heal that Reinhardt back up. Carthage using the amplification matrix once again,
finally getting some movement here by the Firebirds,
causing that momentum with the amplification matrix. Now Hood College, Moira getting the Mercy kill with the High Noon. This is looking good for Carthage. Carthage is likely going to push it to first point. Whether or not Hood College is going to surrender the point to them, probably. That would be a good call on Hood College, and it looks like they are doing just that. But Carthage still applying a lot of damage to them. Now that Psychopred's first strike, causing that Mercy, forcing that Mercy to res the Zarya. But looks like Carthage is going to get that pick on that Zarya.
Zarya's right back
completely undoing that res.
And this might be getting a little too aggressive for the Firebirds. I think these two need to fall back, and they do.
Definitely. Now Donut getting two really good picks as McCree. Lunar Synergy going just a little bit of a fun there on point.
A little fun stun.
Donut's definitely having a little bit of fun there. But we're pushing it really far, which is good. We had that momentum. We were a little bit slow at the beginning because Hood College was having a really good defense. But now that we're in this area, I feel like Carthage is going to be able to do a lot more. It's a lot more open and stuff.
Yeah, you can tell the momentum has definitely shifted.
Now NANCCs once again, Lunar Synergy using the visor will get the McCree.
Cassidy
get the Mercy.
Cassidy cannot dodge and weave away from auto aim.
That was a really good ult on Lunar Synergy's part. Definitely getting 2 picks in the fight. And Carthage getting the second point.
Already.
3 minutes to push it to the last point. This last point, though, arguably the hardest on this map because it is right next to Hood College's spawn. Right in front, as is with every other map.
Ooh.
But
the High Noon immediately
using the High Noon.
Shut down by Lucio.
Now, that could have been calculated. I know Donut would not just use that to try and get any, I'm pretty sure it was just to cause some delays, but it wasn't enough. Now, NANCCs once again using it, but the Hood College McCree going behind, but it wasn't enough. Getting picked off. Carthage is getting those early picks. Psychopred surviving the charge, about to get the shatter, getting a massive shatter on Hood College, wiping out most of Hood College. That is a really good play for Carthage. That was a beautiful play for them.
Sorry, I do see the chat. I think Bearded Man would destroy Flare in a fight. I don't know about that one.
Yeah. All right, back to the game. Back to the game. Carthage still applying pressure, but Hood College pulling in the ball at the last minute. Definitely going to do a lot more.
As well as Tracer.
Yeah, that Tracer in the back line, but them not getting enough to do it. Hood College is pushing them back, though. Pushing them pretty far back.
This is definitely waste some time, but luckily because of how quickly they took point 2, they do have a minute and a half left on the clock.
Now, Carthage is almost back with that not the nano visor, just the visor in general, along with that Graviton Flux from the Zarya, which could, well-timed placement for that could be really good. Carthage completely missing that that stun grenade.
Wow, and
that was really good.
once again with the clutch immortality.
NANCCs is in the back line, trying to pick off a few people, it looked like. Just kidding, no, that was our soldier. But that Carthage is using these ults really well, getting that High Noon. Hood College is only able to get the Zarya, but Carthage is able to get enough picks. They're gonna push it onto the point, but the Tracer's there to mess them up.
With Tracer. Little annoying little
the nice flash grenade
there by Donut.
By Donut, absolutely deadly with that. But Hood College is able to get that last minute shatter. That last minute shatter is definitely going to change the game. Carthage having 30 seconds. Hubbub needs to get out of there. Getting out of there just in the nick of time, but Skyfire getting the melee kill on Donut. That was a really good push on them. I don't know if we can capture it. We have a little bit of time. We don't have any ults, whereas Hood College has 2 ults, but we pushed it really far. So that has set the tone for the net for Hood College's attack. And Hood College is, we'll see. Hood College using a minefield and a beat drop. Definitely going to make sure that Carthage cannot touch that point. But Carthage is able to survive it, getting a few people on point to cause overtime. Donut, you deadly as Doomfist once again. Donut's amazing DPS, but it's not enough. Carthage holding on to that overtime, just barely holding on to it. Hubbub using Coalescence, going to get these kills, focusing on DPS in addition to healing. Carthage is definitely causing a lot of damage to Hood College, holding that point really well, but Hood College is able to get those picks in again.
With the last 3.
Really, really good push, or really good hold by Hood College, but Carthage got really far on that map, and that's really nice to see. Definitely set the tone. Now, Hood College needs to push it that far, and if Hood College is able to push it that far, Hood College will take the map. But Hood College needs to get that far. And that's the end of the. That's pretty much the end of the map.
Yeah.
As we saw, it gets really close in that extra room. So Carthage could really pull this off. Carthage is really good at defense, as we've seen. We pushed it that far, so we're really good on offense. We know. I know that Carthage has studied this map. So, and obviously, I'm sure Hood College did. But it's going to be an interesting fight.
I'm looking forward to
it. I think Carthage could easily pull this off.
The Firebirds are going to be using a Soldier, a Mercy, a Cassidy, a Ryan, NECC, not on Baptiste, but on Ana, and then Crazy Mage rounding it out as Zarya for the off-tank.
I'm disappointed. I wanted to see more NECC's Baptiste. Now, NECC's really deadly on Nan. I've said so many people are really deadly. NECC especially. The Baptiste is evidence enough. NECC's really good on Ana. Ana's a really good counter against Safara too, because she has that added hit scan. But Percival going to Genji. Now Genji was a big disruption on Numbani, as we saw earlier. And that could be another disruption for Carthage. Carthage holding a little bit far on the initial push.
Yeah, we've seen that be a trend so far. They do hold a lot more passive and defensive positionings, than Hood Blaze has. Now, and we haven't seen it work out so far. Maybe this time it will, but I just don't know how I can agree with letting up that much space that early.
It's definitely a very interesting call. It's nice to have because this is more of an open area, a lot more angles for NECC to hide in the background to heal. But ultimately, you are giving up that extra 42 meters at this point. So, but it looks like Carthage holding them down a little bit. Everyone's just kind of building up their ult charge at this point, but it looks like Carthage is leading an ult charge. NECC's at 83, Psychopred's at 80% with that shatter, and everybody's just building it up at this point. Hubbub has the Mercy, getting all this healing in the backline. Psychopred's with a massive shatter on Hood College, mopping everyone up at this point. About to get that Divas out of mech. That was an excellent play by Carthage.
Yes.
That was, the nano was coordinated. That Psychopred's with that shatter. Psychopred's has had some amazing shatters.
Yeah, it had to be some good communication by the Firebirds there. And it just works out.
But it'll be interesting that Genji's still applying a little bit of pressure.
And once again, the Firebirds take the more passive positioning.
It worked out for them in the first fight, but now Hood College having a few more ults now, which could be bad. Now that Genji is going to cause some serious issues for those squishy healers in the backline because Genji is just going to do a lot of damage. Now Psychopred's barely healing. Now, wow, the massive shatter block, and they're able to kill the Rhine. What trading a Rhine for a Cassidy. Going to be really good for Carthage, but Hood College is able to push it forward. At what point it will? Oh, Carthage is still holding them. They're dedicating these ults to it. Going to be really good. Hood College is getting destroyed right now. But that Soldier Visor, not enough. Donut with a pick on Genji. Crazy Mage with a pick on Soldier. Hood College is pushed back. We were doing excellent this round. A minute 30 seconds.
Defensive stand. All right, I stand corrected. It was good positioning. It was good positioning. There, I said.
It was really good positioning. Now, I wonder if Hood College is going to pull this out next time. You know, next game they're going to be like, oh well, they held us. but it's still anybody's game. We have a couple. Now, Psychopreds again with a shatter, picking off the Ryan, the Moira, Lucio,
Wow.
and the Cassidy.
Almost a team kill.
Oh my god.
Right off the bat.
Psychopreds is so good with those shatters. That was beautiful to see. Wasting 30 seconds. Hood College has 60 seconds to push it so far. This is a really good hold by Carthage. You called it, I'll say that. You called it.
I don't say anything too early. I'm not going to be the one
It
that
ain't over, 50 seconds left. Hood College
are going to lock it down.
Hood College
right
taking
here.
the high ground, but Carthage knows they're at the high ground. Definitely using that diva ult, but it's not going to get
blocked.
anybody. Blocked by Psychopreds as Ryan. Psychopreds almost dying, but the Mercy ult saving them in the nick of time. Now, Psychopreds getting that nano from Nancakes, pushing him back. Crazy Mage getting the heal on the Nancakes. Carthage is back in the healers. Lunar Synergy using the Soldier Visor, causing Hood College to back up. Once again, they're
down
hiding.
to 18
They are
seconds.
hiding in the hotel.
They're down to 18
They are
seconds,
taking-
15 seconds.
they are taking
this is gonna be
shelter.
the final push.
They have
from
one
the Blaze.
push. Carthage having no ults, being close to a high noon. Hood College being close to a Genji Blade, but will they get it in
And
time?
that's a good pick by Psychopreds.
That's a
Fire
really
strike
good
on the
pick.
DPS.
Psychopreds of almost dying, but Nancakes with a grenade. It is an overtime.
high noon hits on the
pushing
Diva.
back Diva and the Genji and the Shatter once again. Carthage
That does
pushing
lock it up as the Firebirds
Oh.
take map 3 on Rialto to beat the Hood College Blaze.
Carthage has won. They won it. You called it.
I did.
I didn't
I'm not
doubt
gonna
it,
say I
but I
didn't.
wasn't as confident as you, and you called it. I will bow
And
down
the play
to you.
of the game
To Percival.
by Percival.
Percival did some really good plays initially, getting those
Yes,
healers in the back
this
line.
initial stand by the defense on for the Blaze.
Getting a
It was
3K
impressive.
in that play of the game. Oh, that 4. I remember we called that one out. So, Pyro